I've met a number of people who say that they became marketers accidentally. And honestly, I don't think that my story is very different from that because I stumbled into marketing. Like, I literally stumbled into marketing because I was just a 20-year-old girl who just really, really loved social media. And I had absolutely no idea that you could make a career out of it. I mean, 5 years down the line, now I know that you can make a whole lot out of social media, right? But then I remember clearly I got my first role as a social media manager, and I thought I was killing it. I thought I was really doing the thing. But looking back now, I was doing a whole lot. But I cannot tell you categorically that I was doing everything right. If I could start my marketing career over, there are 6 things that I would really love to do differently. And today I want to share those lessons with you. Now, through the mistakes that I made, through things that I would love to do if I had the opportunity for a fresh start, and through things that I wish that I had just known earlier in my career, I really hope that you're able to find one or two things that you can hold on to that can help you in the course of your journey. So stick with me. The first thing that I would really, really love to do differently is that I would focus on skills and not just the title of the job or what my job role is, right? When I got my first marketing role, I was completely obsessed about the title social media manager because I mean, it sounded better than content intern, right? So I would chase anything that just made me look bigger on paper. And one thing that I did not realize early is that titles do not pay the bills, skills do. So I just wish that I had spent more time learning the skills that are actually valuable. I wish I had spent more time in the early stages of my career understanding customer journeys, knowing how to write copies that convert, knowing how to run paid ads, and knowing how to interpret data because that is really what makes you valuable at the long run in your career and not just the title of your role. The second thing that I would do differently if I was starting my marketing career over is that I would build my personal brand from the get go. Like from day one, I would start to build my personal brand. For a very long time, I was completely invincible online. Like you couldn't see me online. I was just not there because I always thought that, I would wait till I was more experienced before I started to post content online. And that, my dear friends, is one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made in my career, right? And I would advise you that you should begin to build your personal brand from the get go, from day one. You really do not have to wait till you are a knowledge bank. At the end of the day, nobody knows it all. Wherever you are at right now, there's someone that really needs to know what you know. So why not just show up online? Put it out there. Because the truth is that people do not just hire great marketers, they hire visible marketers, they hire marketers that they can see. And you really never know. You really never know what can come your way. You really never know the opportunities that show up for you just because you are showing up online, just because you're turning up every single day and you're writing about your learnings, you're writing about what you're doing, you're just putting yourself out there. So if you're in this shoe right now and you're waiting till you have it all figured out before you begin to build your personal brand, I want to hold your hands while I tell you this that nobody is ever going to have it all figured out, right? I have a YouTube channel right now where I talk about marketing, right? But I still do not have it all figured out, but I'm doing it anyway. So why don't you just start and just begin to build your personal brand? Start from somewhere. The third thing that I would do is that I would get comfortable with analytics, even when it's boring. Yeah, I know it can be boring, right? For a very long time, I avoided analytics like it was the monster in my closet. I really did not want to have anything to do with the numbers, with the data. I wanted to be the marketing girly that just, created posts, wrote captions, made designs, and all of that, right? But when I began to actually study the data, like really spend time studying the data, reading the numbers, I discovered that the story behind these numbers, behind this data, is even much more powerful than the post itself. If I could start over, I would fall in love with data earlier in my career. Early on, I would be so in love with data. Because let me tell you something, being able to say that this campaign had a conversion of about 32% because of this reason. It puts you in an entirely different league. It puts you in a whole new league. And trust me, you want to be in that league. So if you're just starting off your career or you want to rewrite the wrongs, just the same way that I did, I'll tell you that you should fall in love with data. The fourth thing that I would do differently is that I would say yes to more projects, even the scary ones. I would just say, yes, sign me up for the next project, right? I remember a time where I passed on an opportunity to lead a small brand campaign, right? Because I felt like I was unqualified. Was I unqualified? Yes. But should I have said no? Maybe not, right? Because right now, one thing I've learned is that opportunities like that in the early days is how you get to grow, is how you get to build your portfolio. So saying no or running away from projects because you feel like you're unqualified, you're never going to grow that way. At the early stage of your career, doing it, trying your hand out on project is better than waiting till you are perfect before you do them, right? Getting it done is better than being perfect at it because there's some things that experience is going to teach you. Getting yourself involved in this project is going to teach you that preparation alone would not teach you. If I could hit a restart or a reset button, I would learn storytelling like my life depended on it, right? I would learn how to build tension, how to create characters, how to tell stories that actually connect with people, how to tell stories that make people feel something. Because the moment your content begin to make people feel something, the moment your content connects with people, they always remember you. So always remember that every email that you send, every ad copy that you write, every caption is another opportunity for you to tell a story that connects with your target audience. So if I could go back in time, storytelling would be top priority for me because I would learn that skill. I would so learn that skill. Now this one hits so personally, right? One thing that I would totally do differently is that I would find my community earlier on. For a long time, I was a one man army. I was running things solo, right? I did not find a community. I did not find my own tribe. I did things by myself because I always thought that, if I started to ask questions about things that confused me, it would seem like I did not belong in the industry, like I did not belong in marketing. But one thing I have come to realize that your cheat code in any career at all is community. Your shortcut is community. Right now, I've found an amazing community that I'm a part of, and it's really been helpful. So if you're just starting off or you do not have one yet, I would really advise you that you should find a community that you can be a part of. Attend meetups, attend industry events, find a mentor, find your peer that are doing what you're doing, that are the same career phase as you are, because these people are the people that will share resources with you. They're the ones that will cheer you on. They're the ones that would encourage you. They're the ones that will tell you some tricks that you do not know. They're the ones that will bring opportunities your way. And most importantly, they're the ones that will cheer you on when imposter syndrome hits. And let me tell you something, imposter syndrome does hit hard as a marketer, but finding yourself with the right set of people, with a community, can really heal you and can take you far in your career. The last thing that I would do differently if I was starting my marketing career over is that I will stop rushing and start trusting. Yeah, that's one thing that I would do differently. And that's one thing that I still do differently right now. I'm learning to stop rushing and trust my process even more, right? There were times where I felt like I was moving too slow. I felt like everyone was going faster, everyone was growing faster, everyone was getting cooler jobs. But if I could tell my younger self one thing at this point where I am right now, it would be that I would tell my younger self that you're not late, you're not too slow, and you're exactly where you need to be. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. So why not just trust the process? And I'm telling you the same thing right now, right? Because honestly, if you look at it, if you give it an introspect, right? Success in marketing and in life generally is not linear. It's made up of tiny little details, messy little steps that all lead you in the right direction to where you're supposed to be, to where you need to be. So take it slow, trust your process, do everything you know that you should be doing, investing in yourself to grow and to become a better person in your career, in life, in whatever it is you're doing. But at the end of the day, know that you need to trust your own process. You need to be kind to yourself. So, these are the things that I would do differently if I were to start my career over. If it was 2019 again, these are the things that I would do differently. And I really do hope that my mistakes and my learnings can be shortcuts for you and can help you make the right decision as you either start your marketing career or you grow in your marketing career. I'm still growing. I'm holding on to these lessons because I need to not make these mistakes again. And I hope that you can hold on to these lessons too. Now, if this video resonated with you, you can do me a solid by subscribing to my YouTube channel if you are yet to subscribe to this channel. You can also hit the like button. Then you can do me one more solid by sharing this video to anyone you know needs to see this. It was really nice having this talking about this. I really don't think that I have talked about this publicly before. So going on YouTube first seems like a big one for me, but it was really nice to do this. Thank you so much for watching. Till I have another video up, until I see you in my next video. Do have a wonderful week and happy marketing. Bye.